I might not be posting my workouts and stuff, but I will take each and, let me take off the glasses for this one. I will take each and every one of you on.
3, 2, 1, go.
What's going on, journalist family? Irvin Felix John with the Fitness Journals, where I provide education, entertainment, and authenticity to the calisthenics game. And we're gonna get right into it. So, not gonna dance around it. I'm concerned. I'm very concerned because people, you know, at first it was like one person here, and then, you know, maybe a couple weeks passed by, then another person here. But with concerning frequency, people have been asking me, yo, Irvin, why are you beefing with calisthenics, with the YouTubers in New York? I'm like, where are you guys getting this information from? I'm more confused than anybody. Cause here I am, you know, in case you don't know, like, well, Irvin, aren't you in New York? No, I don't live in New York anymore. I now reside in Pennsylvania. So, you know, that has become knowledge for quite a few people. And before we really get into that topic, I know a lot of people are gonna have a major problem with the fact that I'm wearing glasses indoors at 6:48. And I'm gonna have to really start addressing that at the beginning of every video. Just joking, I don't care. Anyway, let's continue. So what is my beef with New York YouTubers? I don't know what anyone is talking about when they ask me that question, but the fact that they're asking it means somehow it's perceived that I'm beefing with people who I'm not beefing with. And that's crazy to me. Number one, what boss is worried about beef? What person who runs a corporation, who's building an empire, who has built an empire, is focusing on little things like beef? What are you beefing about? That's the main question you gotta ask. When you're beefing, what are you beefing about? Now, in case those who don't know, I'm not from New York. I am from America. I was born in Boston, but I grew up traveling, grew up on Guam specifically. Now, I'm very fortunate, you know, through my dad. You guys could check out that video where I explain why I moved around so much. You get to see perspectives of the world, not just, you know, your community where you were born, grown, and raised. You start to see the perspectives of other people, and it goes bigger than just your skin color, you know. And I'm gonna get into the specifics here because, like I said, it's with frequency that people have been DMing me, yo, Irvin, like, why are you beefing with Bam? Why are you beefing with Broly? Why are you beefing with Rip Right? I'm like, how are you guys getting this information? What is this stemming from? It can't be for me because, number one, I hardly post on social media anymore. So I'm making this video because I definitely don't want anyone to think, if people are saying that to me, people gotta be saying that to other people. And I definitely don't want to be associated with beef. So most recently there was a little competition I see that was going on with Broly and what's that dude's name? 6-in-1 dude. Now him, I never met him personally. First interaction I ever had with him, me and Bam made a little skit video and he took it personally. I'm not even gonna give that my time and energy, but people saw me comment under that, oh, why did he block you? You're beefing with New York YouTuber. That was like one of the questions as well. Why are you beefing with Locks? That's his name. I'm like, bro, I don't even know the dude. I don't get involved in internet stupidity. I'm way beyond that. You know what I mean? I'm not even focused on, I'm not saying like YouTube is not something to focus on. I'm definitely getting back into it, but I'm not focused on those politics. Like, I'm not focused on something that was a joke. I made the video as a joke, me and Bam, and he took it the wrong way. I reached out to him, sent the message, and I'm like, yo, bro, no disrespect by that. You know, just you know my personality, you guys. I make skits, I make funny videos. I'm like, yo, no disrespect. I could take the video down if you want. Meant nothing by it at all. I would love to link up. Dude blocked me, you know, so totally within his rights to block me. I'm not nobody special to where he has to give me a response. But you know, he made a couple videos after that. This is so far gone, I really don't even care. But the fact that people are asking me about it, that's why I'm addressing it. But you know, he was like, yo, shout out to my muscle-bound cheerleaders. I just laughed it off. Like, I'm like, it is what it is, you know. Well, I don't get it because it was a joke. I reached out, I explained it was a joke. But getting back into the why am I beefing? Bruh, I don't beef. I'm not worried about politics. I'm worried about becoming a multi-millionaire. That's what I'm worried about. Creating an empire. That's what I'm focused on. And I know the same thing goes for the people who you guys are mentioning. Broly, Bam, Gumby, Scott, Ripright. All these people are being named as people I'm beefing with, which is beyond me because those are my boys. I talk to them. I don't talk to them all the time, every day. All of us are focused on our goals, you know. And that's the thing. Sometimes people see when you're not collaborating regularly, they think, oh, something must have happened. What's the beef? Why it got to be that? Why can't it be? Oh, I see he's branched off into doing this and he branched off into doing that. The goals are a little bit different, so the synergy will be a little bit different as well. I live in a different state. I'm in Pennsylvania, they're in New York. It's just not as convenient as it was before to just like we pop up, see a video. We're all next door neighbors basically living in Brooklyn, New York. So now, truth be told, people love controversy. I don't know how many views this video will get, I don't know, but I don't like making videos about controversy that there's no grounds behind it. There's nothing behind it. But like I said, the fact that people are asking me this, I don't know if it's other people saying these, you know, stirring something up, but it's definitely not me. I don't really post on social media anymore. I'm just so caught up in what I'm working on, and I don't really talk to people outside of what I'm doing right now. So if I do, it's like a handful of people. Probably like 5, I can count on one hand, 5 people, and it really has nothing to do with like calisthenics or, you know, the whole scene of the calisthenics, the online calisthenics scene. So that's why I'm very confused as to where this information is stemming from, because it's definitely not for me. Like I said, once you start elevating your mindset, you know, you start going from, look, I'm getting older. Life is serious. I got bills to pay. I got this, I got that. I got goals, I got aspiration, and you realize the clock is ticking. You start to view things from a different lens, right? And for me, you know, I know the goals that I have for myself. Like, look at right here. Every day, I have my calendar here. I have this. I have my board back there. I'm just constantly, and this is my room. And then when I go to the office, I have the same setup in the office. You know, I'm like, yo, Irvin, you need to be focused on your goals. You need to be constantly reminded about what it is that you're trying to achieve, that you're not trying, not trying, that you're going to achieve. And when that focus becomes so clear, you're like, I know I'm going to do this. It's almost by default, things start to kind of just drift out of the way while you're focusing on that. You know, it's like, okay, any little distraction that's causing me any delay in this journey, it got to get out the way. And that's it. You would understand if you're on that same journey, or if you went through that, you know, you went from a level of like down here, you're like, nah, man, I need to elevate. So for me, that's the type of time I'm on. You know, I'm only speaking for myself. I'm not speaking for anybody else. I'm not saying anybody else isn't on that type of time. I'm speaking for myself because people are asking me the stupid question of why I am beefing. I don't even know how that could be perceived. I haven't made any videos, any posts, sending shots at anybody or anything like that. And I'm not taking my time to do that, man. I am, like I said, my goal, like, it's not just the money, right? Money allows freedom, but the lifestyle that I know I'm working my way to live, I need money. I need a lot of money. A lot of money. You know what I mean? So with that being said, look, for y'all who have that itch to want to stir something up, I might not be posting my workouts and stuff, but I will take each and, let me take off the glasses for this one. I will take each and every one of you on in a calisthenics battle. Now, look, I love to work out, man. Working out is just, it's a part of my lifestyle. Yeah, I just love to work out. I don't do it to compete. I don't do it for, you know, accolades. I don't do it for trophies. It's a part of my lifestyle. I love to push the limits for myself, you know, and that's why I started YouTube, is really showing my journey and hoping that someone might be able to relate and be inspired by what I'm doing. And I'm positive that's the same reason why, you know, a lot of the YouTubers that I'm involved with, they do the same thing for that reason. They inspire, to motivate, to get people up and moving, and hey, encouraging you all who are also looking for a career as a YouTuber, a fitness influencer, to do the same. So stop thinking about the beefing and the, oh, if he's doing that, he got to be competing with him. Nah, man, collaboration, like Scott will say, collaboration over competition. That's the goal. Everyone can rise. Look at the time that we're in, you know what I mean? The playing field is becoming leveled, and the opportunities exist. Look, during COVID, I've made more progress in my life than I've made, well, I wouldn't say, it's been an accumulation, right? So everything prior to COVID, all the mental work and the challenges prepped me for when COVID happened to take action in a certain way. I saw the opportunity and I'm like, Irvin, this is the time. Don't play around. Don't let this opportunity pass you by. I knew nothing about stocks before. I got into stocks. I made a good amount of money. I was able to take that money and reinvest it into other ventures, and so on and so on. I'm not going to get into too much detail about, you know, what's going on behind the scenes, but needless to say, a lot has happened in just a year. And when I say a lot, like me thinking, oh man, I know I'm going to do it one day, but in order to get to that level, like the level that I'm progressing to right now, that I'm in the realm of right now, I'm like, man, I'm gonna need this, and it's like, yo, you're thinking too much about it. Just get down and go, get down and go. So, I realize a lot of the other guys, the YouTubers who you guys are saying I'm beefing with, are on that same type of time, and that's what I love to see. You know, I love to see it. I would never get in the way of someone else's bag, especially when it's genuine. They're like, look, I gotta support my family. I know my goals. I know, you know, this is my one life to live. After this, I mean, nobody can tell you for sure. We can speculate day and night what's after this life, but we know what we have now, and that's it. We don't know what comes next. So, you know, if you're just waiting for, man, I already tapped out of this life, I'm just gonna wait for what comes next. Nah, man, you know what you have now. You see other people enjoying the things that you want to enjoy. Why not at least try? And like 50 said, man, get rich or die trying. For me, it's like, look, man, I'll feel more satisfied knowing that I'm working towards it than just waiting and regretting, oh man, I hope someone gives me $1 million. And then that will start my journey. That you're gonna die waiting for that, you know? So yeah, with that being said, man, like, I definitely am looking to get back on YouTube in due time. It's just like my priorities have shifted drastically. I'm really focusing on kind of other things, not bigger things, because this is a big deal for me. I love YouTube. I love calisthenics. I love collaborating with my brothers and my sisters. I love that energy that we have every time we come together. So just to put the silence to that, from my end, there's no beef. Like, I don't know if somebody else is telling y'all something, but from me, man, I wake up in the morning thinking about my goals every morning, and I take it and I put it on the wall there, and I remind myself, Irvin, that's what you're doing today. You're gonna wake up and you're gonna do that. Irvin, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna take your sticky notes and you're gonna remind yourself. You're gonna remind yourself why you're up this today and what you're doing today. You know, so look, man, shift your perspective. Like all this beef stuff, leave that for the street. And when I say leave that for the street, the people who don't know better, who aren't willing to know better, leave that for them. If you've elevated, if you're like, yo, my mind ain't here no more. My mind ain't, I'm in the street. And look, sometimes, even when you know better, and that's the thing, you know better, you just choose not to do better. If you know better, choose to do better. You know, and understanding, man, it always comes down to understanding this is one life. You got one life to live. Collaborate with people, man. You know, put your brains together and create something bigger than just yourselves. And you know, that's what we're trying to do as a calisthenics community, is bring things to another level. And remember, the YouTube thing is cool and all that, but remember, at the end of the day, health, and that's the mission. You know, is preaching that. That's my mission. I'm not speaking for anybody else. Is preaching health and wealth, not beef and, you know, turning people against each other for something that's really trivial, you know, in the grand scheme of things. It's pretty trivial. So I'm not gonna make the video too long. I just had to get this out there because I'm like, man, why are so many people asking me this? When I go in my DMs, it went from like fitness questions to, yo, what happened? What caused the beef? And I'm like, who's beefing? What caused what beef? What are you talking about? And I thought like the only thing people were talking about was the locks situation, which is not even a situation. But I had made a comment under that video, and I'm like, bro, I don't even know the guy personally. I reached out, I'm like, yo, let's collaborate. You know, let's shoot a video. Let's you know, we could talk over what you thought happened in that in the video, the skit that I made. I can assure you, it's nothing of what you thought it was. You know, that's just the type of videos I made. And if anything, it was like shouting you out. Oh, y'all didn't tag me. I'm like, bro, look, I completely understand how that could be misinterpreted. As man to man, let's just talk about it. Look, man, you and I'm telling y'all this, if you think that I'm gonna bring myself to a level to fight over something that was misinterpreted, you're stupid. I'm just putting it straight up like that. You're actually stupid. Like, I'm thinking about building generational wealth, creating opportunities for the people coming up under me, you know, the kids, the youngers. That's what I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about, yo, my ego just got hurt. Let's put up hands, let's fight. What? Yo, let me back out the gut for what? For what reason? That's not the type of time I'm on. I'm on the type of time of making millions of dollars to enjoy my life, but also to create generational wealth for, you know, those who come after me, make sure my family's taken care of. That's my goal, and that's why I've shifted my perspective to really focusing on building an empire, creating, you know, business, creating credit, creating assets. That's what I'm focused on. So if you hear anything else about, yo, Irvin beefing, it's probably false, you know, because that's just not the realm that I'm in. I'm not in that realm. I'm trying to, like, people like, oh, Irvin, be realistic. Can you really make millions? Shh. That's all I'm gonna say. But remember, health is wealth still. And part of being healthy is, you know, taking care of your mental health, emotional health, and also financial health, man. Think about how many problems are solved. When you stress yourself out because you can't pay your bills, it's a financial problem. And it's not just a financial literacy is important, but I'm not gonna go off on a rant about that. I just want y'all to know, I appreciate every single one of you. Don't feed into negativity, man. I mean, look at what's happening with Derek Jackson right now. I'm definitely not gonna start talking about that. But you know, people love controversy. A little bit of controversy, like, ooh, here, give me some of that tea, you know? Nah, man, I don't care about that. I'm focusing on what I'm doing every day. You know what I mean? I wake up and I'm like, yo, what you're doing, that's what you're doing. What am I doing? Me paying attention to someone else's beef, is that gonna put money in my pocket? Now, it might. If you're a YouTuber and that's the type of content you make, it's gonna put money in your pocket. Is it gonna put money in mine? Nah. So I'm not really focused on that. So health is wealth, get money. Yo, I'm gonna keep bringing y'all some crazy content. So just wait on it. Like I said, just right now, my perspective, my focus has shifted because I'm really trying to get something very big done, and which it's created a ton of traction at this point, you know. So I will have a lot more free time to just create content and bring you guys the greatest content, and that's what I want to do. I don't want to dilute quality. So that's the reason why I kind of like, Irv, if you can't fully put into it, then don't do it right now. So I'll see y'all in the next video. Shout out to all my people out there putting in the work, bringing the message of calisthenics and fitness to everybody, the masses. I love to see the growth. I'm continuing to support everybody who's pushing that movement. And like I said, keep the positive mindset. Health is wealth, get money. I'll see y'all in the next video.